Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on updating the GPIO defaults for Caravel User Project. The GPIO defaults are macros in Caravel that determine the power on default configuration for the GPIO pads. Before we start, please make sure that you have created a repository, cloned the repository, and run setup. You should have already developed a timers RTL and integrated the design in the user project wrapper as shown in the previous videos. First, navigate to the Verilog RTL userdefines.v file. In this file, you will find a set of predefined default configurations. One set of default configurations map the corresponding GPIO to the user area, while another set map the GPIO to the management area. The user area configuration values begin with GPIO_mode_user, while the management area configs begin with GPIO_mode_MGMT. Within each of these groups, there are configurations for setting the GPIO as digital input, output, or bidirectional signals. For digital inputs, termination can be set to either pull up, pull down, or none. GPIOs can also be set up for analog mode. So we are going to scroll down to the GPIOs we're interested in. In our RTL, we use the GPIOs from 27 to 37 as outputs, so we need to define those as GPIO_mode_user_standard_output. The other GPIOs are not utilized in our design, so we can just define the rest as GPIO_mode_management_standard_input_no-pull. Note that every GPIO configuration needs to replace the GPIO mode invalid setting with a valid configuration mode, even if the GPIO is not used. Lastly, we can see in the userdefines.v file that we cannot define the GPIOs from 0 to 4. Those IOs are used by the management area and are recommended to not be used except if all other GPIOs are utilized. Also, if we use these GPIOs, we will have to configure them using the firmware as we cannot define their default configuration here. Finally, GPIO 5 and 6 are mapped to the UART in the management area. We also recommend not using these GPIO pads unless necessary. That's it. You are now ready for the next steps, including verification, physical implementation, and tape out for your design.